putting in work, give them that work. A1 since day one, had swagger since birth. All my moves clutch, put respect on my turf. Sick of your swim, homie, this how you surf. Surf, surf. Sick of your swim, homie, this how you surf. All my moves clutch, put respect on my turf. A1 since day one, had swagger since birth. Putting in work, give them that work. A1 since day one, had swagger since birth. All my moves clutch, put respect on my turf. Sick of your swim, homie, this how you surf. Surf, surf.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Markets After Dark, where we go mad on the charts. How is everybody doing out there? Welcome to the Piper Academy Network, where we bring you all kinds of goodies and treats and everything that you want to eat when it comes to the world of finance and markets and stocks and crypto and everything else that you need to know to keep you in the know, because knowledge has no in it, and knowledge is profit. Hit the like button. Hydro Drip in the house. What's going on? Ada Ace, Robert Mulligan, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you are doing well. It is Tuesday, December 10th. But no, wait. It's Wednesday, December 11th in the trading world. And that is why we call that mad, because we go by the trading time. Whatever the UTC time is, that's what we go by here, okay? It doesn't matter that it's 10 o'clock where I am. It doesn't matter that it's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. It's a new day in the trading world, so hey, that's just how we do things around here, because we're mad. All right, so let's so we know we all seen the news. You know, Microsoft just turned down old Bitcoin. I've got an article on that. We also have Merit Digital news, and we have some Ripple / XRP news. So if that sounds like something that you like, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you are new. What's going on? Hola, French Toaster. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Wave gang in the house, throwing the waves in the chat. I love to see it. I need to bring this live up on another window so that I can bring you guys up on screen. How are you doing? Yeah, we're going to be going over, you know, we're going to do the market rundown. We're going to go into the news, and then I'm going to go over some chart prime stuff tonight. I was wanting to do it last night. I'll do it tonight. We'll also go over CPI, which is tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's make sure that we are prepared for that. If you wouldn't mind going ahead, hitting that share button and sharing this to your friends, to your family, and let's get some more people in here. Where is everybody? Is everybody still at Billy Goat Tails? Probably. Can't blame them. Cannot blame them one bit. Billy Goat Tails every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on X at Billy Goat Tails. So go, make sure you go and follow those guys. Those guys are awesome. Friends of the channel, friends of the network. Friends of mine, Crypto Billy, Redman, Crypto Pollo, and the Biomex. Those guys are doing amazing work bringing all different kinds of crypto communities together, and even other community people, people together. So shout out to those guys. They're doing a phenomenal job. They even have a YouTube channel now at Billy Goat Tails. So make sure you go ahead and check that out as well. Of course, if you're watching this, you might already be with them. Is that the phrase I was looking for? You might already follow them. There we go. Be with them. What a weird thing to say. All right. Now I've got you beautiful people up here. Alexandra G's in the chat. What's going on, Alexandra? Hope you are doing well, Alexandra G-Unit. My daughter's going to think I'm crazy. But anyway, hope you're doing well. Let's go ahead and jump on over to Les Charts. We'll start off with the Dixie, guys. The Dixie did what we thought the Dixie was going to do. It's too early for the throne. The Dixie did come up. I don't know if it filled the whole fair value gap. It did not. But we do see a rejection coming off of that fair value gap. Excuse me, I'm trying not to yawn. I shouldn't be yawning. All set. Down, all set, hut. What is going on, all set? Hope you are doing well. It is moon prayer. Not yet. We're not doing that yet. So the Dixie, we did get a rejection off of that fair value gap, but we do have this order block, this soft order block, which means it's not very strong, but it is present. It could lead to a short-term push, either just to fill this fair value gap or up to this loud order block where I would expect a rejection. Why? Because we have high buy liquidity up here. I know it seems counterintuitive, but if we have high buy liquidity up here, then that means the market maker has someone to sell to. So loud order block, lots of volume. That is where I think we should see a pretty decent rejection if we don't get one off of this fair value gap. So keeping a steady eye on that. If we can get that pushed down on the Dixie, then we can probably see a nice move in crypto. I'm not trying to yawn. My goodness. My apologies. I got it out of the way. I don't know why I'm yawning. Should be fine, but apparently maybe I'm not hydrated enough. Oh, it's delicious. Peach mango. All right, so like I said, short-term bounce. Watch for that loud order block rejection from there. And if we are seeing a bottom or something in our risk on assets around this time, then this is where I could expect to see a move to the upside on our risk on assets. So that's what I'm looking at on the Dixie. Now, if we come down, we can look at the euro, see what the euro is doing. Looks like it's building some nice support here, high order blocks, trying to push to the upside. Of course, the euro makes up, I'm pretty sure, a little over half of the Dixie, because the Dixie is a basket of assets, a basket of currencies. It's your euro, your Aussie dollar, your British pound, your Canadian dollar, and your Japanese yen. So all in, that's what the Dixie makes up. And it's the Dixie paired against all of those assets combined. And the euro makes up most of that. So when we look at the euro USD, if we are wanting the Dixie to go down, then we want the euro USD to look like it's bottoming and wanting to move to the upside, because that would be counter against the Dixie, bringing the value of the euro up, which would then mean the value of the Dixie is coming down. The value of the Dixie comes down, risk on asset value go up. That's the main gist of it. Same with the Aussie dollar versus USD. we want to see it break out. Looks like it's been in a steady downtrend here. So we want to see this thing bottom out here. We are sitting on top of the 0.114. So if it can get a bounce off of that, that would also push against the Dixie and helping the euro fight the Dixie and bring it down. The British pound looks like it's getting moved to the upside. It is nice little market structure shift in here. So we can see beautiful market structure shift where we come up and we break this high over here, get a pullback, push up, and looks like we are consolidating before we make our next move up, likely to this resistance level up here. So seeing some potential and everything paired against the USD, going against the USD. Now, when we're looking at the USD CAD, it's actually the opposite, because it is the dollar versus the Canadian dollar instead of the Canadian dollar versus the dollar. So this one, we want to see the reverse. We would like to see the dollar move down. So we want to see some top signals coming in for the dollar against the Canadian dollar, the USD CAD. The same thing for the Japanese yen. Now this one is interesting because we do have on the same day as the FOMC, that evening we will have, if not the night before, I'm not sure, depends on that time. So we could see, let's go to the economic calendar. Go to next week. Go to Wednesday. USA, Japan. Okay, Bank of Interest rate decision. So it'll happen 2100. It's like 9 my time. So I won't be going live until an hour later. So we get to see the initial price reaction off of that. So with that interest rate decision coming up for the Japanese yen, we know what happened the last time that they decided to hike rates, which they are expected to hike their rates again. The last time that happened, it started the unraveling of the Japan carry trade. So we could see in the Japan carry trade, too much to go into right now, but essentially everything dumped in the markets because of the Japan carry trade. Just remember that. SPL, Litecoin. What about Litecoin? Wick. Like that smash button though. Hey guys, what's going on? Wick 589. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. What does M know about BTC? Oh, Microsoft. They know that it is a Ponzi. No. They know that it is a Ponzi. Again, guys, if you wouldn't mind sharing this out, it would mean a lot to me. And don't forget to hit that like button. Helps us in the YouTube algorithms. And let's get the show a little more traction, more notice. RS Miller, what's going on, my guy? How are you doing? Good evening, kids. Tomorrow will be a great day. I sure hope so. But yeah, so we have the Japanese yen looking kind of weak, kind of putting in a little bit of, let's get rid of this Market Dynamics Pro real quick. A little bit of a bear flag, potentially. With this down move here, I'm going to say this is going to be resistance. So we could see on the Japanese yen push down to the upside and then follow through down to the downside. If I go ahead and pull the measured move from high to this point right here where the low comes in from the high to the low. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this from the breakout zone, and that'll get us close to there. If I take it from the high here, let's see, that from that low rather. I mean, yeah, we can see that push down. We do have a fair value gap over here. We can see right, well, I thought I saw one right here. Fair value gap over here. Of course, we have an imbalance in the chart right here, and just in general, imbalance. Pull that over, Japanese yen to the downside. This is Tuesday, Wednesday next week. If it was to do this right around the time of the Japan carry trade, and it plummets, what would make it plummet? What would make it plummet? Now this is the USD versus the yen, meaning that would be the dollar plummeting against. When was the last time the dollar plummeted against the yen? What was this? Oh, it was the Japan carry trade? Wait, what? That's weird, bro. That's weird, bro. So yeah, coming down here, back down to this imbalance, can definitely see that happening for the Japanese yen. So, what are we saying to congrats? Border is worn out, dog food is made. Tomorrow I get 10% raise. Whoa, congratulations, RS Miller. That's amazing. 10% is pretty big. That's nice. That takes care of a little bit of that inflation, right? I made 30,000 on XRP this month. No, I'm not buying a lottery ticket. Well, you can at least send me a lottery ticket. All right, how about that? Send me a lottery ticket. I'll scratch it, and if I win, I'll give you 10%. So yeah. Bit innuendo. Buenas noches. What is that? Amiguitos? I know amigos. Amiguitos? I don't know how to say that. I didn't take Spanish for some stupid reason, even though I live in the southern United States where we have a lot of Spanish-speaking people. I decided to take French like a dingus. $10 for 10K BTC being inevitable. Why is everybody calling for 10K specifically? Like, why? Why is it 10K specifically? Have you been watching Tino? Are we doing 8K? I mean, we got to start getting some people thinking that we're going to 10K, right? We've got to start getting people to be a little bit bearish on the market so that we can take advantage of their fear and buy. That's what I like to do. I like to buy fear, sell greed. Buenas noches equals good evening. Okay, but it's the amiga. Well, I have to see it. It's the amiguetos. Wait, I think I said it right that time because I think I've heard that. Amiguetos. 100K with 90% exit. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Bitcoin can't get down to 10K. You got too many holders and you'd have too many buyers. It's not possible. Remember, ETFs came in at around 50, okay? I think that's the floor, honestly. Better chance of 10K than Titans playing in January? Right now? Shoot. LBC, what was the first Bitcoin you ever bought? What do you mean by what was the first? Mine was from Cash App. Oh, Mine would be Coinbase. Yep. I first bought on Coinbase. Actually, the very first uh, Maguitos means little friend. Amaguitos. Maguitos? Okay. Did you take a look at the Dixie, David? Looks like it's coming down. Thanks. I did. I went over the Dixie and the Euro and the Aussie and the British Pound and the USD CAD and the Japanese yen. So, yes. But let's get back to this other question. LBC, what was the first Bitcoin? Okay, so the first Bitcoin I ever bought was in December of 2021, right around this time. It was actually probably 4 days ago on my actual birthday. But 2 days prior to that, I bought XRP for the first time, and I had a friend send me $20 in Bitcoin for my birthday. And I'll tell you what, man. So, and this is one thing that I can thank XRP for. XRP is what got me interested in crypto and not thinking about, it being a scam. Because in 2017, so backstory, in 2017, I was working part-time at a liquor store during the off season because I do swimming pool work. And I was working for my aunt at the time, and she's a little bit smaller than the company that I work for now. So, come winter time, I would work maybe a few hours during the day and then go and work at the liquor store at night. So every single night, my nose, I swear. So when I had a coworker at the liquor store that I had befriended, but he would go to these festivals like Bonnaroo, and Wonderland, I think, was all these, EDM type festivals, huge bass head. If you know what that is, congratulations. If you don't, it's someone that is a big fan of Bass Nectar. So, Bass Nectar being an EDM artist. So, since he used to go to these festivals a lot, he used to buy certain things off the internet. How did he buy these things off the internet? Well, he used this thing called Bitcoin. And I remember sitting in the liquor store when he pulled up the chart of Bitcoin hitting 20K. And then, like, 30 minutes later, or an hour, I don't know when it was. Maybe it was like the next day. I'd have to go and look at the chart. But it was very soon after it was like down to like 12K. And that's what made me be like, I think I'll stay out of that. So fast forward throughout those 4 years or 3 years, 4 years or so, from 2017 to late 2020. I guess it was late 2017 too, wasn't it? To late 2020, so about 3 years. During that whole time, my dad's buying Bitcoin. He's looking into, well, really just Bitcoin, but some other stuff too. And then, so he's always getting into that. So I've always had it there, right? It was always there because every time I saw him, or every other time I saw him, he would talk about Bitcoin. Hey, have you started buying Bitcoin? Have you looked into Bitcoin? I would just be like, no, nah, I don't trust it. No. And then, by the way, this is Wildcard Wednesday, so maybe you get some story time. So, where was I? Okay. So, my friend, one of my best friends, tells me about something that he heard from his brother called XRP. And he's like, it's like Bitcoin. It's this cryptocurrency stuff. I don't know. Maybe, I thought you might be interested in it. Check it out. I was like, All right. So I went ahead, checked it out, um, and because there was a business tied to it, that is what made me see crypto as being more legitimate. This is before I became uh, 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 what's the word? Indoctrinated into the Church of Bitcoin and changed the philosophy a little bit. Oh, freedom, all this stuff. But I was thinking all that stuff with XRP, be your own bank, all that good stuff, right? But that is basically what got me into crypto. What got me really heavy into crypto was the XRP community, getting involved in the XRP community, get involved. First thing I did when he told me about it is I went on Google, I typed in well, first, on Coinbase, it would give you the description and it said something about Ripple. So then I remember searching Ripple and looking into the company and then going to YouTube like I always do, 'cause I get a lot of my information from YouTube. I go to YouTube, type in Ripple XRP, and then find the blockchain backer, find Moon Lambo, uh, you know, the who's of XRP influencers. Digital asset investor. I don't like that guy. I stopped watching him a long time ago. Digital perspectives. Same with him. Moon Lambo is kind of been taking a turn on me lately because he's just, I don't know. A lot of these guys are like way too biased. Got way too many feels for these crypto assets, for any asset. So I'm just like, guys, let's stop with the feels, okay? Let's stop with the feels. We're here to make some money and hopefully make the world and our money better, more efficient, cheaper to move and transact, and more transparent, and make sure at the same time that it's, private and secure. So that's what got me into it. And there you go. Thank you, Wick, for the question. He started me off on a whole 15-20 minute tangent. So to make a long story short, just kidding, Mr. David, keep going. Yeah, sorry, +1 for story time. Can't type. Always chip in a small bit into tokens. I hear a bit about Miller. It's paid off. Just need to hold. Yep, been holding for 5 years now. Refined. FSG is at 74, down 4 points. Crypto market cap is back at 3.46 trillion. So just so you know, if I ever do get a spot on Billy Goat Tails, if they ever come after me and they ask me my story, I have at least 15-20 minutes there to go off of. Melissa, what's going on? One love. Melissa in the chat, how are you doing? Good evening to you. Late as usual. Late. Sorry. So yeah, looking like the Dixie is potentially about to come back up and hit some resistance and roll over, which would be great for our risk on assets. Let's go ahead and go over to Bitcoin. Before that, let's go ahead and get into the article. Microsoft shareholders. I can't read it. All right. Microsoft shareholders have decisively voted against a proposal to explore explore adding Bitcoin to the company's treasury holdings. The decision during the company's annual shareholder meeting resulted from the persistent skepticism among major corporations about Bitcoin's volatility and its role as a reliable financial asset. So volatility seems like one of their concerns. The proposal titled apostrophe was introduced. That's not an apostrophe, comma, geez. Was introduced by the National Center for Public Policy Research, a think tank advocating that Microsoft should consider allocating 1% of its $78.4 billion in cash reserves to Bitcoin. Wow, only 1%, and they didn't do it. The NCPPR suggested this move could serve as a hedge against inflation, leveraging the cryptocurrency's potential as a store of value. However, Microsoft's board had urged shareholders to reject the proposal, citing the risk associated with Bitcoin's inherent price fluctuations. Everything has price fluctuations. Microsoft shareholders vote down Bitcoin. Did Michael Saylor's advocacy fail? This must have been like a link for another article. One of Bitcoin's most vocal proponents, Michael Saylor, played a key role in championing the proposal. Michael Saylor's presentation at the shareholder meeting on the potential benefits of adopting, I guess this was, yep, that's a tweet, in a concise 3-minute presentation. I guess that's not long enough to explain Bitcoin and all that. Saylor highlighted the benefits of integrating Bitcoin into corporate treasury strategies, drawing on MicroStrategy's own experience. It's like a corporate Ponzi guy trying to sell a Ponzi to other corporate people. Over the past 4 years, MicroStrategy has amassed 21,550 BTC at a cost of $2.1 billion, reaping substantial returns as its stock price surged by over 2,500%. Sheesh. Saylor argued that Microsoft had missed an opportunity to preserve and grow shareholder value. Microsoft's rejection of the Bitcoin proposal represents a significant blow to efforts to integrate cryptocurrency into the balance sheets of America's largest companies. I bet Google or Apple does it before Microsoft. So yeah. Excuse me. The vote outcome has also impacted market sentiment. A lot of people did get a little down on it today, but you know what? Bad news tends to mark what? Bottoms. Bad news tends to mark bottoms. Good news tends to mark tops. Whether local tops or bottoms before an even bigger move, don't know. But bad news does tend to mark bottoms. But we do have the CPI tomorrow as well. So you forgot runs cheaply. I said efficiently and cheaply. Thank you, sir. You should go back. BCB is okay. He has an insane perspective of macro environments. Insane in a very, very good way, because yes, I 100% agree. I actually got a lot of how I view the market from Blockchain Backer. Because I watched that dude for like a year straight. Nice, keeps the economy going. Yeah. So, yeah. There's a lot more to this article, so let's go ahead. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Microsoft shutting the door on Bitcoin? Something that I proposed earlier today, unlike RMT, that just said they said no to a Ponzi because they're smart or whatever he said. I know others shared the same sentiment that it is likely that Microsoft said they knew that people were waiting to hear, right? They knew people were waiting to hear. Well, if they know that and people are hanging on them and they know that they would make a big market impact, what if we said no so that the price dropped so that we could buy lower? Who knows? Let Microsoft go broke. Microsoft is mainly Democratic, so that's how they swing. Oh, I see what you're saying. Busy time of year for my business. I can't keep up. Well, that's not a terrible thing. That's actually a good thing. Good to hear that you're getting some work. Now, get to it. Nick, is that Nick Musgrave in the chat? Good morning to you, Nick. It is all that's our Australian friend. He's waking up. Otter Gang member, the axe thrower, the scam slayer, you know, he takes care of the Otter Gang Discord. They will buy. It's manipulation, like you said. See, Nick knows. Nick knows. All right, so here's what happened in crypto today. Mara Holdings has bought another $1.1 billion worth of Bitcoin and reached an industry record hash rate. New York has approved Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin, and Eric Trump predicts Bitcoin will hit $1 million as governments and institutions will adopt it. So starting off, Mara buys 1.1 billion in Bitcoin. Bitcoin mining heavyweight Mara Holdings Inc. bought another 11,774 Bitcoin for $1.1 billion on December 10th. Wow. And an industry first said its hash rate exceeded 50 exahashes per second. Wow. Mara said it snapped up its latest haul from its zero coupon convertible note offering from last month at a price of $96,000 per Bitcoin. As of December 9th, it held 40,435 Bitcoin worth $3.92 billion at its current price of around $97,000. The Bitcoin miner also reported that it had doubled its energized hash rate in 2024 to reach its end-of-year target of 50 exahash, making it the first public Bitcoin miner to cross the milestone. Sweet. Shout out to Mara. So mission accomplished, but why stop here? Mara CEO Fred Thiel wrote on X. Wait, Fred Thiel? Is he related to Peter? Gotta be. There's not a whole lot of Thiels out there in this world. We have more miners on the shelf, and we will just keep on adding using our existing capacity. So Mara shares closed down 4.4% to $22.81 on December 10th and saw only a slight 0.5% gain at the end of after-hours trading. Google Finance data shows Mara is down 0.55% this year after it was one of the industry's best performers in the 2023 market rebound, rising 586% over last year. Oh, so 586% last year, down 0.55% this year. What's the problem? They've already 5.5x their money at the very least. Or their stock anyway. Senor David, could you take a look at Tron for me, please? Thanks. Take a look at Tron. I would be glad to do that. I'll do that right after this segment. So the NYDFS approves Ripple stablecoin. That is the New York Department of Financial Services. And they approved Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. In a December 10th social media post, Garlinghouse said Ripple would soon announce exchange listings for the RLUSD stablecoin. RLUSD was announced in April as a product intended to compete with popular dollar-pegged stablecoins such as Tether and USDC. This just in, we have final approval from NYDFS for RLUSD. Remember, when RLUSD is live, you'll hear it from Ripple first. So if you hear it from anybody else before Ripple, it's not true. All right. The RLUSD entered its testing phase on the XRP Ledger and Ethereum mainnets in August. Stablecoins have emerged as one of the most popular use cases for cryptocurrency. Ripple executives believe the collective stablecoin market could reach $2 trillion in the next 4 years, up from around $207 billion today. So if they're using XRP to facilitate the transactions of RLUSD, but it says they're also running it. I don't understand it. I'm going to have to look more into this. Eric Trump, because it's a Ripple stablecoin, it might not have anything to do with XRP. As a matter of fact, I'm starting to think it doesn't. This just in reminded me of JP of We Lied to Yo News. Lie to You News. Eric Trump predicts Bitcoin will hit $1 million, praises scarcity. Trump, an American businessman, executive vice president of the Trump Organization, and son of United States President-elect Donald Trump, predicted that Bitcoin will someday hit $1 million. Trump took the stage with a keynote speech at the Bitcoin MENA event in Abu Dhabi on December 10th to praise Bitcoin as a financial paradigm and a global asset. He expressed confidence that Bitcoin will hit $1 million per coin one day, highlighting the cryptocurrency's potential to transform the global economy in beautiful ways. The businessman also predicted that more governments will embrace Bitcoin in the coming years, stressing that early adopters will be among those who win. Cool. So, Eric knows. Now let's go on over to the Bitcoin. So yeah. The thing about the RLUSD is that even if it doesn't use XRP will probably still get a move off of it, because people will rightfully say, "Oh, Ripple and XRP, there's some connection there. Let's use some XRP." I don't know. So many amazing friends here tonight. B Team Crypto, what is going on? Hey, I missed everyone. You didn't miss anyone. Morning, Nick. B Team Crypto, what is going on? I think macro is super important at this moment. Yes, retirees have never had such good access to the market. This is very true. So let's take a look at the old Bitcoin. As we can see, we were pretty much we had to push another push down today, got a nice little double bottom in here on the 4-hour, and have since started pushing to the upside. Let's drop down to the 1-hour and let's take a look. Let's pull up our market dynamics pro. Let's see. So we do have a resistance line right here, but I've got multiple here with a fair value gap right here with a 306 Bitcoin delta. So I would expect this to probably push through and fill this fair value gap instead of getting a rejection off of it, because we do have this loud order block resting above it. So the thing about fair value gaps is that they are one of two things. They're either support and resistance, or they are liquidity zones for you to push through and get a continuation from. So that is, you're either going to see one of the two, in my opinion, most of the time. We do have our Prime Oscillator Pro Plus pushing to the upside. It is barely above that zero line on our trend fusion. Our money flow is in the red, kind of steady rising a little bit. We do see our volume kind of steady rising too, and trying to flash and turn green. We are getting overbought and reversal signals down here at the lows, and no bullish divergence on the 1-hour. Not there and not there. No bullish divergence there on the 1-hour. That's fine. Let's see if there's one on the 15. Do we get one here that pushed the price up here? Nope. At least not on the trend fusion. Let's pull up a chart prime. RSI primed. Let's pull up the RSI primed. Okay. So yeah. Nope. Not seeing any bullish divergence, but do see a potential bearish divergence. So we could see price fall through here, but we are sitting at support. However, we do have this fair value gap that we could push through and come down and tap this previous consolidation range. and order block, this soft order block sitting right here. Let's go ahead and zoom back out and take a look on a higher time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour. So we can see that we actually held these lows from last week over here. So we've actually held these lows from where we opened last week. This was this right here on last Tuesday was our lowest open of the week and our lowest close of the week. And we can see we came right down to that area and are currently holding it. But we can also see that we do have a loud order block down here. So that is a potential area for us to get down to, doubled up on our fair value gaps down here on the 4 hour. Potential that we could move to the downside. However, I do think that we may see an upside move prior to the downside. I see this playing out one of a few different ways. If we can break above this resistance here, get a pullback and hold, then we could potentially push higher. But we also could reject off of that downward sloping resistance and the order blocks and that resistance line there, get a push down, come down, sweep these lows. I think these lows will get swept regardless. Come down, take that liquidity on that order block, and then we look for the shift in market structure to the upside. Potentially, if I had to guess, we're going to see something more similar to this than the prior one, simply because we do have CPI coming out tomorrow, and we'll just have to see what happens with that. My not financial advice would be to wait for 8:30 to hit. So an hour before Piper goes live on the morning market report is when we'll get the CPI data drop. So when that hits, we will have an hour's worth of trading prior to market open, which will be right. Nope, I'm on the 4 hour. So market open will be right around here. So that is what I would be expecting on that. So because we did create these equal lows here, now this is on Coinbase. That's a little different between spot and perp. So let me go to a perp chart and see if we see the same thing. Are they there or are they not? CPI and Japan. Japan is next week, RS Miller. The Japan interest rate is next Wednesday, the same day as the FOMC meeting. Yay! All right, so let's see. All right, so yeah, we do have the equal lows on the perp chart as well. So I would expect those to get swept at some point. Maybe we can just come down, maybe even overnight, sweep the lows and get a bounce off of this support zone here. Brought to you by Chart Prime. And then start getting that push to the upside. I'm leaning bullish to potentially finish this week. Potentially. We'll have to see what the CPI numbers say, but I am kind of leaning more on the bull side. We do have a little bit of hidden bullish divergence here. Not there. Of course, it's too far apart. Let's go down to the 12-hour. So we do have a fair value gap down here on the 12-hour. Are these equal lows? They're pretty close, not quite. So yeah, but just holding that 94, basically 95K level seems to be where we are holding up. So, but man, on this 12-hour chart, look at that money flow. I don't like that. Money flow is coming out and has actually crossed into the red. Now, if this can get a push immediately back up, we could see a big move out of Bitcoin. And Bitcoin loves actually to punish people, companies, businesses that say no to it. I got a feeling it might do that to Microsoft. Okay, I got kicked out. I'm back. B Crypto Wifey and I ask if you've been in all the time. LOL. Hit us up sometime. What? B Wifey? B Wifey? Are you talking to me? Oh, you're talking about to Mel. Okay. Ripple is a major holder of XRP. What they do helps their environment. If they don't, wasted potential. Okay, fine. They certainly can't sell because of their escrow. Correct. Not all at once, at least. And yeah, so Tron. So that's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Let's see a break of this this downward sloping resistance. Just just keep it simple. Let's take everything off of the chart. And let's just keep it simple. We have our support and we are wanting to break highs, right? We're wanting to break highs and we want to continue higher. So we want to put in higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. And let's get this thing out of here. Now, what I would prefer to see is some impulsive action. Impulsive being we've got a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. And we just push high and hard. Push it hard. That's what I want to see. Push it hard. Just push it hard. Man, it's nice seeing a little bit more green in the market today. Orca's popping off again. But let's go ahead and take a look at Tron. Man, I still didn't get deep into the chart prime. It's really hard when you've got so much other stuff to go over. Maybe I should just do a special stream on that. I did a special stream on that on my channel, Lunar Beaches Crypto. Alexandra G posted the link in the chat. Thank you, Alexandra. If you wouldn't mind going there, checking that out, subbing to it, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It would be this one right there. So if you don't mind, I thought I was over my chat box. I should be. I don't understand. Oh, I'm a dingus. That's where my green screen ends. That's where my camera ends. But yeah, that one right there. Let's pull this in a little more. There we go. That one, now it looks more like in depth. Maybe I should do a little more. There we go. So this one right here, right there. Hit that link. Go to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Okay. Tron USD. Oh, it's actually TRX. I don't know why I typed that in. TRX USD. Whoops. TRX USDT. Won't you come and take a look at me? What's going on? I have 3 feet because I'm a weirdo. And so are you. French Toaster, I'll give it a sub. On which account? Your 5th account? I know you're already subbed. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Look at that. All right, let's see. From this low to this high. Hold on. Turn the magnet on. This low to this high. We have a perfect bounce off of the 786. So we've had a 79 or so percent since from this low to this high. Let's zoom out a little bit. All right. Let's go ahead. Is this the massive chart? No, let's zoom out even more. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to look at OKX maybe. It may not even have it on the perps. I might have to go down to spot, go to OKX. I want to say OKX had the full history. I could be wrong. Maybe Binance. Maybe Bybit. Really? Maybe KuCoin. There's nothing. Where is the history on this dang thing? Poloniex? No history. Bro, this thing was in like a 7-year bear market. What's going on? Let's just go to crypto. There we go. That's good enough. All right, get rid of that. This. All right, so we didn't make it up to the 1.618. What have we pulled back down to? We're holding above that, the platinum pocket at the 0.886. That is drawing from the 2017 high. So let's go ahead and go over here and let's keep it at this low and put this at this high. See what that looks like? No, that's not how we do fibs. From high to low, and there you go. We made it all the way up to the 2.618. Got a rejection, pulling back, trying to hold above, trying to hold that 1.618 at about 0.2635 cents. So if it can hold there, we could potentially see some continuation, but that was a massive, massive sell-off. So let's just go ahead and draw a trend. Whoops. Hello. Let's go ahead and draw a trend line on here. And we can start to see we have a little bit of this triangle here. Let's see. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. We actually had more of a channel here. We had one time where we tried to break out of it, then we came right back into the channel, and now we've broken out of the channel. So could we come back down and test this? It's possible. It's also possible that this thing just goes crazy within a range before it ultimately takes off again to the upside and then goes up to that 4.236. If it could go higher, but this is one that I would take day by day. Let's go to the daily chart. Don't really like that. I need it to work itself out. I need some price action to develop. I'm not really comfortable saying one way or the other of where this thing is going to go. So something I personally probably wouldn't touch unless we got a weekly candle body close above this 1.618 and without excuse me, sorry, and without breaking this fair value gap right here on the weekly chart. So I would want to see, or breaking this low again. So I want to see this held, and then I want to see us come down and possibly tap that fair value gap and then go. So that's what I would be looking for on Tron. Is that a Chinese cow pal? It is actually. That's why it's called a Mudang. I don't know. I have no idea. Last token I bought was Mudang. Bow to me, peasants. you know, last token I actually bought and held. Bitcoin. It's not even a token. Do we consider Bitcoin a token? I don't know. But I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Give me some suggestions, you know, whenever you see me around, maybe even in the comment section of this live, on what you guys would like to see on the channel, you know. I've got a little bit of a thing going with my daily themes. This was Wildcard Wednesday. That's why we kind of go off on tangents sometimes, because we are free to do that on Wednesdays, even though it's Tuesday. But that's all a part of Mad. All right? Thank you for the stream, David. Have a great night, everyone. Yes, thank you for being here and being the best mod queen in the biz. I did not break out the moon god chair, so if we don't break out tomorrow, I will be perfectly happy if you guys blamed me. So but yeah, I don't know, we'll see how the price action does with the tomorrow's CPI. It'll be interesting to see what our inflation readings come out to be. If they remain low and closer to the Fed's 2% target, then rate cuts will be even more likely going into next week. This potentially could be seen as bullish for the markets, but remember, the Fed is more closely paying attention to labor right now, not necessarily inflation. Of course, both will go hand in hand, so they look at it all, and we look at it all here on the Piper Academy Network. So that's it, guys. Be sure to join back tomorrow morning, bright and early, for Good Morning Crypto with BC Port Corp. Then we have markets, the morning market report with armypiper and the OC guy. Then we have Trade Intuition, Mr. T.I. Joe, for the Trade Academy at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we have the Crypto Nightcap with TRADEFLY and FD White. And then we're right back here for another Mad, where we will be going over everything that happens throughout the trading day tomorrow. So just remember, guys, big data drop tomorrow. That means markets are likely to be volatile. So be safe, trade safe, use a stop loss, use proper risk management, be patient. Don't try to enter right at 8:30, right when the data drops. Give it some time to breathe. Wait until after about 30 minutes after the market open, okay? We should start seeing a bit of a sense of direction where the market is going to decide to go. So, but before that, you know, basically everything's a gamble if you're just doing a short-term scalp with high leverage. So just be careful. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every single last one of you for stopping by and watching and keeping the chat alive. You guys are what keep me going during these late night shows. And I really do appreciate each and every single one of you. So I hope you all have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful, radical sleep. And I will see you in the morning. Good night, friends, fam, legends. Love you guys. Peace out.
Putting in work, give them that work. A1 since day one, had swagger since birth. All my moves clutch, put respect on my turf. Sick of your swim, homie, this how you surf. Surf, surf. Sick of your swim, homie, this how you surf. All my moves clutch, put respect on my turf. A1 since day one, had swagger since birth. Putting in work, give them that work. A was since day one, had swagger since birth. All my moves clutch, put respect on my turf. Sick of your swim, homie.